Welcome to the Soccer Sphere channel, football fans. Today, we will discuss sell Marcus Rashford, extend Amad Diallo's contract, buy a serious striker, 4 transfers that Manchester United must make in the January 2025 transfer market. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on football news and football matches. Soccer Sphere, Man United is threatened with relegation, and Ruben Amorim has a series of problems that must be resolved in the January 2025 transfer market in order to save the club. Manchester United has never needed a transfer market this urgently. For the first time in history, the Red Devils spent Christmas Eve as one of the bottom-half teams in the English Premier League. If they don't improve themselves immediately, Ruben Amorim even admitted that the Red Devils could be relegated. Despite spending around £600 million on new players in the last 3 summers and having one of the highest wage bills in Europe, United simply do not have a viable squad that is in line with Amorim's vision of the game. The Portuguese has been trying to revolutionize his side style of play and, unlike his predecessor Erik ten Hag, has refused to compromise on his ideals. But it has become increasingly clear that many of the Red Devils players are not up to the task. Given the huge amount of money United spent to sack ten Hag and buy out Amorim's contract at Sporting, they now have no choice but to give the manager the players he wants to realize his vision. Make no mistake, this doesn't just mean buying new players, it also means clearing the team's current squad of loose ends. Here are 4 transfer moves Manchester United must make when the January transfer window opens. 1. Move on from Rashford. Amorim insists dropping Marcus Rashford from his squad is a normal situation. But there is nothing normal about not putting the highest paid player on the bench, let alone in the starting 11. Therefore, Man United must immediately find a solution to this polemic. It is undeniable that seeing a once-loved academy player trapped in a situation like this is something sad, but everyone also knows that Rashford's career at Man United is over. Rather than trying to repair the broken relationship, parting ways is the best way for all parties. Rashford himself said he needed a new challenge. Those comments may have annoyed Amorim, but he was just saying openly what has been whispered among Manchester United circles for a long time. Rashford's colossal salary, £325,000 per week, and his recent attitude will likely make him difficult to sell, but the Red Devils should emulate what Arsenal did to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Mesut Ozil. The striker and midfielder have giant salaries with the Gunners and are even contracted long-term. But they have not been up to Mikel Arteta's standards, and Arsenal has been on a roll since letting them go. Rashford's departure is vital if Amorim is to deliver the cultural overhaul the club so desperately needs, and selling him is also crucial financially. Even if he is sold cheaply, Rashford's sale would be recorded as pure profit, as he is an academy product, and would help United comply with the Premier League's profitability and sustainability regulations, PSR. 2. Amad's new deal. For years after joining as an 18-year-old, Amad Diallo has become one of United's most important players. He has contributed 10 goals since ten Hag left, single-handedly destroying PAOK, helping crush Everton, and sparking a dramatic comeback in the Manchester Derby. His work ethic and tenacity in pressing, just look at how he chased Fraser Forster to score against Tottenham, are also very impressive. These are the qualities that Man United needs to hold on to in difficult times like these. Ironically, Amad has skyrocketed as Man United's best player at the same time as the final months of his contract. Yes, the 22-year-old winger's contract expires in June 2025, and from January 1st tomorrow, he will be able to negotiate with other clubs outside England. So it is very important for Man United not only to activate the 1-year extension clause in his current deal, but also to show how important he is by offering him a new long-term and decent deal. 3. Buy a left wing-back. It has to be said, United hasn't had a reliable left-back since Patrice Evra. Luke Shaw is a creative defender who can be fit, but he has been out of action with injuries since breaking his leg in his second season at Old Trafford, making him an unavailable option. Shaw has played just 98 minutes this season and is currently sidelined with a muscle injury, likely a consequence of pushing himself to be fit for England at Euro 2024. His deputy, Tyrell Malacia, was out for 17 months following 2 knee operations and has struggled to find his rhythm since recovering. He has been substituted at half-time in 3 of his last 4 appearances. In practice, United have been without a left-back for the past 2 seasons, and their weaknesses in that position have been made even more apparent since Amorim arrived, with his preference for wingbacks. Diogo Dalot has been asked to play there, but his best position is on the right, while Noussair Mazraoui is more comfortable in a back 3. United are on the verge of signing 17-year-old Paraguayan defender Diego Leon, but he will only arrive in the summer of 2025 after his 18th birthday and is more of a long-term signing than a ready-made player. Fortunately, there are good, experienced options on the market. Alphonso Davies is out of contract at Bayern Munich and could be available on a free transfer in the summer, although United will face stiff competition from Real Madrid. Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez, who impressed in their 2-3-0 wins at Old Trafford in the last 2 seasons, would be a smart option, although Liverpool are also monitoring him. 4. Sign a serious striker. Amorim's last title triumph at Sporting, as well as their blistering start to the season, was built on the foundations of Viktor Gyökeres's horror, and his United are short of a serious goalscorer of the Swedish striker's type. Rasmus Højlund has scored just 5 goals this season, 4 of them in the Europa League, and he is more of a striker in the making than a ready-made striker. Meanwhile, Joshua Zirkzee is not at all suited to being a lone striker considering he lacks pace and loses the ball easily. Gyökeres could be an ideal figure considering he worked under Amorim and has recorded 27 goals in 23 games this season, while Jonathan David, 17 goals for Lille, and Omar Marmush, 18 goals and 12 assists for Eintracht Frankfurt, could be interesting options to cure Man United's sterility disease. What do you think about the news above? Give your response in the comments column below. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on exciting matches and other football news.